started the recording because you guys are a good-looking group that I can't miss like a half a second of your.
Is it live?
Yeah.
It's on his live.
Are we going out to the live or we're going in
We're
just to
not going
you?
out to live because we haven't figured out the live yet.
Sorry.
But you're recording this and you could put it up if you wanted.
No, I could. I am. I'm recording a Zoom interview with my four favorite friends docked by the Statue of Liberty. I believe. You'll tell me.
Anchored. Docked.
Record this.
You could
for our-
Anchored. Anchor. So do you have an anchor? Reid, you have an anchor on that boat? You have like a heavy thing you throw in the water?
Oh man, we got a super big heavy duty anchor with 100 feet of chain. Four guys can't even pick up all of our chain at once. And then it's got a great big, super thick, heavy nylon rope attached to it that can hold thousands of pounds. We have a really tough anchor out, and we've got a spare storm anchor, and we made it ready to go in case the conditions got worse and we started dragging anchor. We're ready to drop a great big storm anchor. So we're very safely secure here. We feel good and secure here.
So when you went out though for the 1,000+ days, did you ever have to drop anchor because you were way out in the sea, right?
That's true. I was way out at sea. I never touched the anchors then. But a boat is not a boat without anchors on the bow ready to drop. So my anchors were there. They were just tied and secured, and the chain and the rope was tied and secured. That's where they were.
Okay, and so give us the update. So we started. I have put up the video of our Bon Voyage. I'm sorry I didn't take a bottle of champagne and smash it on your boat when you left, but maybe
Well, that's what I want.
the
Right?
weather
Yeah.
would have changed as a result of that. But you took off from Jersey City, and we put those videos up. And so you got out how far? And I noticed it's some storm because we are drenched here, thank God here. But I don't know about out there. You already have water.
Yeah, well, we sailed out straight out into the ocean, and even the very first night we had strong wind and big waves and lowered the sail because we weren't in a hurry, and everybody got a bit seasick. And the next morning it was very rough, and we were wondering how are we going to handle this. But by the end of the day, it smoothed off, and we had a beautiful sunset, and everybody was happy. And so I'm going to let Maxine fill you in a little bit on what she thinks happened next. The thing is, we all are up 3 hours a night in the middle of the night. So we're like living day and night all the time. In fact, the other night, I must have woken Luke up no less than 10 times. And he had to get up and help do something. And then he went back into bed. And then a little while later, we're going, oh, gosh, we got to call Luke. This is happening. So I call him again, Luke, wake up. And he'd get up. So we're living 24 hours a day here. And even after 2 days, we were going, my God, we've only been here 2 days. What a lot of things happened. We can't even remember all the things that happened. But I'm going to let Maxine fill you in next.
Okay, all right, that sounds good.
Yeah, we're not hiding anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could somebody actually just
Film you.
yeah, just film the situation a little bit.
Film
So we
Maxine.
got- yeah. Or however. Okay.
Hi, Maxine.
Hi. So basically what happened was we got out to the ocean, and once we got out, we realized that we didn't have our connection to the shore. We needed to get some more data for our Starlink. So
Because we did streams.
we were streaming. It actually sucked up a lot. It sucked up a lot more data than we had anticipated. So we realized, it's time that we have to turn around and just get closer to the shore, just so we're able to access our phone data and buy more for our Starlink so we can make it back out there. So once we did that, we were kind of floating around it was in the Sandy Hook area.
Asbury Park,
Asbury Park.
off of the shore, about
Yeah, off of the shore.
20 or 30 miles, 20 miles.
And we were there for about 2 days. The waters were calm. The wind didn't pick up enough to blow us back out to the ocean. So what we ended up doing was, we checked out our weather apps and we saw that there was a storm coming. So this was a couple days after being in still waters, and we realized, it's either sail back towards the Verrazano Bridge in the middle of the night before the storm hits, or risk going out to the ocean against the wind and risk getting shipwrecked on Long Island. So for safety reasons, we just decided that it was only, for the best of our safety to just head back in that direction. And so we did. And we had a very, very epic time getting back in there. I mean, the wind was blowing like crazy. It was like 1 a.m.
The storm was coming after
The
us.
storm was coming after us, and we passed all these cruise ships. We had Disney cruise ships. We had all these different cruise ships,
Big
just like
cargo ships.
all shapes and sizes. It was nuts. And we were sailing at 8 knots. So, and we were, the boom was like, going back and forth. It was like seriously out of a Mission Impossible movie. You were all sailing, and Luke did an amazing job steering the boat. Fred did an amazing job helping us with navigation, and of course Reid was there overseeing everything, making sure the boat was in good shape. And
I got afraid. I was going,
Reid was scared, and I was filming everything. So all of us played crucial roles. We made it back in, and finally we got under the and it was like, okay, we're clear, we're okay. Things finally slowed down, and then it started to rain. So we turned the motor back on. We sailed towards the Statue of Liberty.
but we didn't turn the motor on. It didn't work.
Oh no, that's right. That's right. So, back in this part of the story, another reason why we had to turn back was because the transmission was leaking the motor oil. So that was the second thing that made us decide. In addition to the storm, in addition to being too close to the shore, it was just in our best interest for safety. Without a motor, we had to just turn back. So so we didn't motor back. We sailed in the direction of the Statue of Liberty. We made it right between Ellis Island and the statue, and then we set our anchor down. I have it all on film. It's epic. They're in the rain. It's like stormy stuff. Everything's blowing. It's like everyone's like yelling, "Put the anchor down!" It was crazy. It was like literally out of a film. Or it is good for a film, but rightfully so. So and so now here we are, anchored at the Statue of Liberty. We're like superheroes right here, and we've been here for 2 days, and we're working on getting that transmission working again. And we also have, as a backup, boat tow ready to assist us as early as tomorrow when the weather subsides.
We did Mars.
And we've done, and while we were doing this, keep in mind, our schedule was jam-packed full of different exercises and protocols given to us by different Mars analog groups. So as we were sailing out from through the Verrazano, Reid and I actually gave a lecture in a classroom over Zoom to the Polish analog group. It's Analog Astronaut Training Center based in Poland. So we were actually speaking about our analog to different students in Poland and Ukraine, and they were students from all over the world in Europe, and these are people who very young students, and they're very interested in what we're doing, and they're interested in possibly joining us for future analog. So that was a really exciting thing. And then in addition to that, we were also involved. We did a protocol with the Mars Moon Analog Astronaut Research Center, and hosted by Dr. Susan Jewell. And we're doing these exercises called body maps, where we actually take our vitals every day and we draw a map of how we're feeling psychologically and physiologically. If we're having pain, if we're feeling, if we're feeling calm, if we're feeling stressed. And we basically, it's like a daily check-in, and we're mapping out, how we're doing each day of the analog, and we're sharing that with them for their research. And we've already conducted some calls with her medical psychology.
Okay, you're breaking up a little. I can't hear you. It's breaking up.
So Mars stuff, good Mars.
The connection goes stronger and weaker. should be back in a second. It should recover in a second.
Well, you sound perfectly right now, so I imagine.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
just talk a little louder, Maxine.
Okay,
No, it's good. I can hear it perfectly right now again.
okay,
Just
great.
talk louder.
Great. So yeah, so throughout the whole analog, we were doing these science protocols with these other analog groups that are studying our data and using it for their own research, which is really exciting. And they're also groups that are interested in possibly sending us analog astronauts for future missions. So this was a really successful mission for us, for our internal team. We worked out a lot of kinks. We learned a lot about what we need to change, improve, things to fine tune with the vessel. And we also bonded together, how we learned how we work together. We faced some difficulties with the weather, physical challenges. We were exhausted some nights.
You know, it's freezing cold on deck.
Yeah. We also dealt with communication delays. We dealt with so many things that are noted as challenges that could be present in a Mars mission. So we consider this an extremely successful Mars analog, and we look forward to bringing it to the wider space community. But we say that this was definitely a successful mission.
We're not back yet.
We're not back yet. We expect to return by tomorrow. But yeah, we're still here. We're still going, and we're just lucky that we made it back safely with this dramatic entrance we had the other day. It was seriously epic, and we look forward to showing you all the film footage when it's out there and ready.
All right, congratulations. You know, I know, when your transmission goes in your car, that's one of those things that you call AAA and say, "Hey, can you tow my car?" So what do you do now, Reid? I mean, is the transmission once it starts leaking, that's it's classic problem. That just doesn't get fixed with some more STP.
Yeah, Reid noticed that the engine would run perfectly, and the transmission, of course, is in shape. But when he went to put it into gear, it didn't go anywhere, and that's because the transmission fluid had leaked out very, very fast. And so we consulted with our Jerry, who supports all the engine rebuilds and things like that as a chief engineer for one of the tugboat companies. And he told us to look under the transmission and try and find a leak. So we were able to do that today. I've been looking around at the bottom, and it looks like that the main gasket that seals it to the engine, we found a place there. We poured a little bit of oil in there, and it's already kind of showing up on the strip there. So Reid gave me some permission to kind of look for some materials to an hour for a test, and then we could run it in if it actually worked into our spot. But so I have some materials. I'm brushing it off. I'm preparing the surface to put this asphalt-like plastic over the crack with some fiberglass cloth, and hopefully that would put the finger in the dike and allow us to go in under our own power. So that's that. I'm not usually one to get my hands dirty. I'm more a computer guy, but just getting my hands dirty today.
Let me ask, hey Luke, did you plant any trees on the do any landscaping on the boat while within this time? Did you beautify it in any way?
No, I wish I had, because we had a lot of vomit that could have been used as manure.
My vomit.
But no, unfortunately not this time. Maybe next time when we go out, we can get some agriculture going on the vessel. But but it's just been non-pack action. It was always something to do. There were a lot of things that I wanted to do for myself personally, which some stuff I got done, but there was still it was so eventful. It was so eventful. The entire um,
You're
trip
breaking up, Reid.
that
It's a sea voyage.
I don't know. I still feel as though I'm still in this flow.
And Luke just cooked this lentil soup with vegetables and boiled eggs, and we were just eating a great big hot nourishing meal that Luke just turned out of the galley.
There you go. All
But
right,
I think
everybody.
there's so much beauty and wonder on this besides the struggle. We're getting so much beauty here also. I mean, we've had beautiful moons, sunsets on those peaceful days off the coast of the Jersey Shore. I saw whole schools of dolphins, multiple sets of dolphins. We've seen giant flocks of black birds like swarming around on the water and landing in the hundreds. It's just the sunrises have been stunning. So and I know on my watch, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning in the boat. At one point, we went down like a 13-foot wave. The bowsprit touches the water, like the many stories that Reid described. I mean, much smaller waves than what he's described, but it was kind of wild there. And a few times I've been training as an ice skater, so I've been spinning and all that. And I thought, oh, my stomach isn't going to get sick from this, but my stomach got the sickest. I didn't feel sick all the time, but I would just all of a sudden turn my head over and vomit over the side of the boat or even on the boat. So it's a challenge for anybody. It's been like we've seen this other overview effect. It's really like Mars. Reid is putting handholds for everything, and it's just like the space module or something. You float around and you're trying to stop yourself from crashing into the wall, and there's a soft curved piece of wood. They're hidden everywhere. It's just amazing. So this is like a wooden spaceship on the inside. It's so beautiful, but just incredibly functional.
Reid, last word, Reid. What's up? Next, go back to Jersey and then write it all down, put together some more video, make a movie, all the good things like that.
Yep. We one of the things that made this voyage completely different for us and better was we had the high technology with this Starlink Marine unit. We were able to do things like we're doing with you right now that we've never been able to do for the boat. So that's one of the most important milestones for this trip, is that we were able to do Zoom conferences with Mars analog astronaut training centers in Poland. And we've been able to do like this Zoom meeting with you. Now we have the state of the art in high technology on board, and we're learning how to use it and how to power it up and how to make the most of it. So that's one of the real milestones of this voyage.
Okay, well, congratulations. I'm happy you are all safe and sound. And I'll come over there to Jersey City now that I know a lot more about how to get to where you will be. And then come and say hello soon. So safe travels to stabilize yourself over there, and just keep us aware. We put up what we have, and on one side of the coin, after 40 days of drought, it was like Noah's Ark here, and fires and stress and strain in Northern California and the Bronx, in Brooklyn. It was Jersey. It was all on fire. This has been a very, very stressful time due to drought. And this rain is like sent from God here for the land to hopefully, because the fires are low, they're way down. It's not just the top fire; it starts and rekindles. So this has been a blessing for you guys out there. Actually, it gave you a early on wild experience, I'll call it. And it's given us here a pretty wild experience too. And it's going to be raining for another couple days. So thank God for the rain and the water is our kickoff for the Earth and Water Day in April, which is starting to come together. We want to make Times Square green. I was at a big event. There's the desire to make 30% of New York City have trees. So there's a lot of good things happening environmentally minded here with the city parks, with the commissioners and the environmentalists. There's a lot of people, 150 organizations were at an event in the Bronx that we just covered. So, and you're all part of it too. I've always said Reid's going to be in his crowd and gang and friends are going to really, they're the only ones who are going to know how to survive unless we get our act together on the oceans, because the oceans are going to go over the land. And so this is a very important work. More we know about water and its effect on our lives and how to live with it, the better off we all are. So I applaud you and keep up the good work. Always here to support you. Forward motion. You still there? You froze.
Yeah, we're here.
You froze.
Seems
All
like
right.
we almost should say home.
OM is good to say because OM is my main sponsor, OMM, to be able to allow me to do Times Square without that organization. So let's say OM.
Can we
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna get it.
Okay, I pray for you guys. Safe travels. Enjoy yourselves. Congratulations to you all. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank
See you
you.
soon.
Thanks, Paul.
My honor. Bye-bye.